Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, is a 2003 third-person shooter video game developed by Remedy Entertainment and published by Rockstar Games. Remedy is also known by their Alan Wake and Control franchise, and Rockstar, who is mostly known for their Grand Theft Auto series, the Red Dead series, Bully, Manhunt, LA Noire, and more. After the success of Max Payne 1 winning annual awards for the year 2001, and including the Best Game by the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, Golden Joysticks Award by Dennis Publishing it even got Fox's attention and making an adaptation about it, but it was very bad and poorly handled. Yeah, I know, it's very bad. The only scene I liked about the movie was the ending, to be honest. Anyways, we're not here to talk about the movie, we are here to talk about the 20 years anniversary of Max Payne 2. Back when Remedy and Rockstar were making the original Max Payne, Rockstar was developing the console parts for Remedy's PC title, and luckily for both parties, the game's success only made its console counterparts an easy sell. Having becoming one of the biggest publishers in the industry virtually overnight in 2001, Rockstar offered Remedy to sell the Max Payne franchise, receiving $10 million and be given the Max Payne budget to make a sequel. Sam Lake, Remedy's creative director, who is also known for the Max Payne original phase, stated this opportunity was a nice way of saying goodbye. Now let's talk about gameplay and see what's different. In the Max Payne prequel, combat played out like a navigational puzzle, but the sequel is much more direct. What makes Max Payne more iconic is dual-wielding Mac-10s while leaping through the air. But in the reality, gameplay required caution. Multiple sections didn't allow running and gunning at all. And to be honest, these were some of the weakest sections of the game. Dodging enemies and bullet time, leaping around corners, and dodging explosives is what makes Remedy's actions title stand out from the abundance of shooters on the market, and at the moment, the game didn't showcase that. Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne tries to settle this by ramping up the gun battles beyond of its inspiration with many enhancements. Immediately, this sequel stimulates each of the senses much better than its prequel or the original. The camera movements are smooth and atmospheric. The sound design is superb with layers of ambience, voices, Max, weather, weapons. The ragdoll physics are probably one of my favorite things in the game, especially for its time, making the world more believable. Physics didn't exist in the original, but now they do. And comic panels look way more professional to look at instead of being amateur like in the original. And after you shoot dodge, Max Payne can still shoot while he's on the ground if you're holding fire, which also wasn't a thing on the original. So you can see a lot of improvements have happened in the sequel that weren't in the original or the prequel. Now let's talk about bullet time. Max Payne 2's biggest change is bullet time, with slowing down after each kill to the iconic reload animation that has Max spinning to dodge incoming fire, which is probably one of the satisfying and badass things to do in the game. Now let's talk about the character models. The character models and graphics were very impressive in 2003. Despite aging better than the original, it's absolutely more satisfying game than the original. Now let's talk about the storyline. But I'm gonna keep it short and simple and not many spoilers for you guys, even though the game came out 20 years ago. I know some of you still out there haven't played the game or heard the whole story. I recommend you to play the whole game because there are so many plots and twists into this game. Max Payne in the original has multiple characters and motivations with a storyline that is so basic a monkey could follow it. Man's family is killed, he finds out who did it and kills them back. Max Payne, our protagonist's story, was straightforward revenge. But in the second game, it changes that. Max's journey in the sequel is about him stumbling into a murder case. It involves Vladimir Lamb and Mona Sachs, the latter of whom he is attracted to, but it's the chief suspects in a colleague's case. While he's fighting off gangsters away from Vladimir Lamb, who was part of a secret society that helped out Max before, but without telling him. And then the story just gets complicated. The sound effects and editing and pacing is utterly captivating. And Remedy knew how to make an ambitious story, a noir love story.
She's one of them. She's here to kill me.
I'm doing my duty. She is a fugitive murder suspect.
Easy.
Back off, Payne.
No, Mona. Winterson!
Now, before I go to conclusion, I just wanted to say this. This game holds a very special place to my heart. I remember I used to wake up to go to school, and every time I go to class and be saying to myself, I couldn't wait what will happen after I come home and finish this. Now, this isn't supposed to be a thing in Max Payne 2, but there is like a fun glitch that you could use. Is one of my favorites and probably one of yours as well. When playing the game, if you swap the first weapon with the second weapon or any heavy firearm while pressing spacebar, you could get this super jump, which is very fun and mostly used with speedrunners to help them skip the levels and stages. It's very easy to do. Now let's go to the conclusion. Max Payne 2 is one of the best sequels out there, using the original to provide something new and familiar. Now, is it worth playing after 20 years? Yes. The game aged very well for its time. Even the game can be dark and moody sometimes. And TV shows like Lord and Ladies, Dick Justice, which is supposed to be a cringe version of Max Payne. It's funny because that was one of the original names for the Max Payne series, and also Max Heat, which is also a TV channel, you can call it. The pathway at Mona's funhouse that breaks can be heard after you visit her the first time. Even the details on the game is top notch and is worth replaying, which I find it a very cool small detail. And it's also been a year and a half since Remedy approached Rockstar Games about remaking the prequel and the sequel. I'm excited to see this franchise make its return on the new console generation and PC as well, and let people enjoy these games with new graphic enhancements. Because the Max Payne franchise is one of the best games out there and will be remembered by decades.